Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Vlogmas 18. We're in the last week. I'm getting pretty excited for Christmas. We're doing Vlogmas with a twist on this channel. Every day in December, from December 1st to December 25th, we are doing a Disney tip for traveling to Disney parks around the world every single day. And today we are talking about a generic tip which you can apply to any park that you go to, and that is how to vlog in Disney parks. So let's go. Now, I've only been vlogging in Disney parks for about a year and a half now, and the learning curve to getting started was actually pretty interesting. First of all, not all cameras are great for vlogging. Some are too heavy, others don't have the flip screen so you can't see yourself when you're vlogging. And then you need a bunch of equipment that makes your life a little bit easier. Things such as straps, camera bags, tripods, these kind of things. So I'm going to tell you what works for me and a little bit about the things that I've tried. I think if you look into other vlogs, they'll give you some other information about how those people do it. But anyway, these are the things which I do, and I hope you'll find them helpful. So let's start out with cameras. If you're going to vlog in the Disney parks, of course you're going to need a camera. Now, I use two cameras, but actually it's only really one camera. I mostly use the Canon G7X Mark II, and I can't show it to you right now because it's recording. So I'll show it to you in a video that I'm playing right now. I use the Canon G7X Mark II. I mark this as the vlogger's camera. I know there's a Sony one that lots of other vloggers use, but I know this one is particularly famous with vloggers because it's a lightweight point and shooty style camera, but it has a 480 flip screen. And the great thing about that is you can see yourself as you vlog. That might sound a little bit narcissistic, but it's very, very good for framing your own face in the camera. I did try vlogging beforehand with a camera which didn't have a flip screen. I found it really, really hard. This one is much, much easier to use, and you do find that a lot of vloggers use it. The other camera that I'll use will be the bog standard camera that's on my iPhone. I usually have iPhones. Currently I have an iPhone X, which has a great camera on it. Previously I had an iPhone 6S, and any footage that you see that's on a phone camera on my channel will be filmed on the iPhone 6S. It's alright. I found the audio was a bit and in low light conditions it suffered a little bit, but in times when all of your batteries for your main camera run out, it does a pretty good job, so you don't need to stress too much. So there's a few things that cameras need to work, and they are batteries and memory cards. So let's talk about batteries. So I have this one, which is in the camera right now. Thank you, camera, for doing all your good work. And I actually have two others, one Canon one and one from another company. The Canon one obviously has a much longer battery life for it, but I have the other one as a backup. I found that with the level of vlogging that I did, I needed at least two in a day if I'm with somebody else. If I vlog alone, you'll notice in the times when I vlog, when I go to a Disney park alone, I vlog a lot more and I get a lot more footage for the time that I'm there, mostly because all I'm doing is going around and filming. But for those days, I'll go through 3 batteries easy, and maybe even more. With memory cards, this camera in it at the moment has an 128GB memory card, and I believe it is a SanDisk Extreme Ultra. I'll put a little bit below here explaining exactly what it is. The reason why it's an Extreme Ultra or whatever it is because that makes it very, very quick to transfer the data from the memory card to my hard drive on my computer, or to my portable hard drive that I take around with me when I travel. I won't go too much into understanding how memory cards work today, but if you want to vlog on that, let me know, because I'll happily do that. That's a pretty geeky vlog that I would absolutely love. So aside from the 128GB memory card which is in this camera, I also have 2 64s and 1 32. This is kind of a crappy one though. And I keep them with the batteries all in this little Alice in Wonderland. I think this is a pencil case which I picked up in Japan, but I found that it was the perfect size for spare batteries and for memory cards. So that always comes everywhere with me. So let's talk about data transfers. I have another little bag which I take around with me aside from my Alice in Wonderland, and this is my sort of transfer memory bag. Let's say transfer memory bag. Inside of here I've got 2 things. First of all, it's a memory card adapter. I can stick memory cards in here. This is USB-C, and it goes into this computer, which is my MacBook Pro. So then I can transfer data straight off of here into Final Cut Pro, which is what I use to cut videos. I also have a terabyte hard drive. This hard drive is very, very useful. After a day at any Disney park, I'll transfer the data from my memory card, which is inside the camera, into this. So then I've got it in 2 places. So I have a copy of all that data day's footage on the memory card that goes into the camera, and a copy of all that day's footage inside of this. If I lose this, I'm safe. If I lose the memory card, I'm safe. Now, I only actually have one battery charger which I take with me when I travel, not because I'm trying to travel light, it's that I literally just have one. So this poor little thing gets a lot of use when I'm traveling. Usually what happens after a day at the Disney park, I will charge one battery, I will then charge a different one as I sleep overnight. When I wake up in the morning and do my makeup, I'll charge the previous battery to make sure that I have at least 2 full ones. So this poor thing does get a bit of a workout, but obviously an essential if you're vlogging at Disney parks. So those are some of the essentials done. Now let's talk about stuff that we use when we go to the park. Now, none of this stuff I think is essential. To be honest, a camera isn't even essential. You can film a lot of the stuff on the camera on your phone and still get a pretty decent video which you can upload to YouTube. I choose to use a camera, and I choose to use all this other stuff that I'm going to show you in a minute. First of all, we're going to talk a little bit more about power. On those days when I do go to Disney and all of my batteries run out, I find one thing that's very useful to have is one of these, a power bank. I think most people carry them with them now. This camera, the G7X, has a micro USB. It has a micro USB slot on the side of it. Now, as long as I'm not using the camera, I can't power it when I use it, sadly, but as long as I'm not using the camera, I can plug one of these into it and it will charge the battery that's in it. So it's not ideal because it charges very slowly, but in an emergency situation, it's quite useful. Now let's talk tripods, and I've tried loads of different tripods going to Disney parks. I did have a GorillaPod for quite a long time, and I threw it away when I was in Japan because I got a little frustrated with it, and I'm actually quite upset that I did, because one of the things that I loved to do with the GorillaPod was when I filmed shows on the castle, like Once Upon a Time in Japan and any of the big fireworks shows, I used to attach the GorillaPod to the camera so the camera would point up and sit sort of underneath my face. Not underneath my face, it was about here, so I could still see, but like the camera was just here. And then I used to have it sitting like a spider on my chest, which that meant it stayed very, very still, but I could still see everything that was going on, and I loved that. But I had 2 GorillaPods and they both broke, and so I kind of gave up with it and threw it away. Anyway, that was a shame. So I actually have 3 tripods which I use now, and I'll show you the little ones first. These are 2 little ones that I have, and the reason why I have little ones is because after a day at a Disney park, you'll start to find with lots of weighty stuff in your bag, your shoulders will get quite heavy, and you don't want to take such a heavy bag, especially if you've gone to Disney for a couple of weeks, like you've done a Walt Disney World trip for 2 weeks. Towards the end of the 2nd week, you do not want to be taking a heavy bag to the parks with you. So when you want to start going lightweight, these are really good things to just throw in your bag. This one is completely moldable, a bit like the GorillaPod. It will just about handle the weight of my camera, so it's good for setting up when we're at a table, but very, very bad for an uneven surface. This was 300 yen, and I picked it up in a Japanese store called Bic Camera. So yeah, it's like I said, it's useful when I can't be bothered to carry anything else. This one is sort of the same, so it's it sort of folds like this, and then it sort of it does this. I want to say it folds out, it doesn't really fold out, they separate. And then you use this here to sort of angle the camera. And it screws in here. This wasn't very expensive either, it was about 800 yen, and I just throw that into my bag. This one though is my main tripod at the moment, and I think it's quite a famous one. It's the Manfrotto. I think people generally quite like it. It can carry the weight of a DSLR. These ones will only be able to take the weight of my camera and not much more above that, so you won't be able to put a DSLR on those ones. This one can take the weight of a DSLR. It also has anti-slip feet, and this is really cool at the top. This thing, if you press this button, this thing will spin around. So the nice thing about this is it acts like a mini selfie stick. Now obviously you can't take selfie sticks into the Disney parks, so this one acts perfectly because it gives my arm a little bit more reach, and the camera can face me in the right angle, but it's not, you know, banned from the Disney parks. Also, I set this up anywhere for filming parades, for when we're filming food, anything like that. This can handle it, and if there's a big gust of wind or something gets knocked, usually this will stand steady and not move. So I love this one much more than the Gorilla Pod, actually. I think that's great. The last few things I have are camera straps and bags, and I trade a bunch of camera straps, and these are my favorite ones. I picked them up in Japan, actually, and again, they're not on the camera because the camera's filming. This one is it's sort of a heavy duty rope-like material. It's got some anti-slip things in it, and I tend to have it quite long so that it's easy for me to get up and over mini ears so that I can twist the camera easily to face me or to face stuff. I don't actually use this that much at the moment because I upgraded to this one, which I have not remembered the name of. Oh no, wait, it has here. Diagonal. This is amazing. I love this. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to demonstrate to you guys properly, but I don't know if I can. This actually goes over one shoulder. And I've done it the wrong way. It's hard to demonstrate. There's a couple of really cool things with this one. First of all, these are the bits which go into your camera, obviously. And where are you? Here you are. There's this pulley thing here, which allows you to make this strap longer and shorter whilst it is on you. Effectively, just by pulling this, I can make the camera strap longer. And the reason why this is so good is because when you vlog, you have a couple of things which you are focusing in on. You're focusing in on the stuff which is happening around you, so the camera's facing that way. But then you're also focusing on you and your reactions, that you're turning the camera around to face you. And when you have it on a strap, you have to take the camera off the strap, or you have to take the strap off you to be able to twist the camera around. So it gets really, really annoying. With a strap like this where you can make it much longer, it's easier for you to make the camera strap just a much longer so that you can get it far enough away so that you can turn it around. That's why I really, really like this. The other thing is it has a fastener on it, so it's very, very easy to get the camera off the strap so that if you are finding it difficult to get the camera in a particular place, you can just take it off the strap and then use it, not have to get it over your head and over your mini ears. It's over the mini ears which is the hardest thing. I think getting a camera strap over your head is fine, it's getting it over the mini ears that's the most annoying. I actually don't use this anymore either. It is my favourite camera strap, and it does come in a bunch of different thicknesses and colours. I always choose green. But I moved to a camera bag. I think it's cool. Maybe other people don't. Let's see how you feel. So this is my camera bag. I got it in Japan. Last time I was there in Harajuku. If I find the name of the store, I'll put it below. And I absolutely love this. I love this so much. It comes on a carabiner and it's quite heavy duty. It's a little bit dirty now. I think I've got some ink on it here and the button's a bit scratched. And I'm gonna actually get up, I know, to show you how this works. So the camera, actually I've got my bag here. Let's use it in my bag. Slowly getting stuff ready to film a what's in my Disney bag vlog, so that's why my Disney bag is here. Here we go. So this is my Disney Parks bag, and usually what I'll do is I'll attach the camera bag to one of the straps of the Disney Parks bag, just here. Because it's on a carabiner, it's very, very easy to do. Sorry, I know you can't see my face at the moment, but that's because I'm trying to show you how the bag works. And we're going to demonstrate how it works with a Smashbox makeup powder, because I'm using my camera and I can't show you with the camera. So yeah, the camera's always here. The zips unzip really quite easily, and the camera goes inside the bag, and then I just zip it up. Then I go about doing my stuff at Disney, looking at stuff. Oh, isn't something really pretty? I definitely want to film this. And then all I do is open up the bag, grab the camera, and have it in my hand to film straight on or looking at me. So that's why I love it. That's why I love this bag. The camera's so easy to get at. I can easily take it out and face it at anything. Now, the one thing I want to do now is actually put a wrist strap back on the camera. I don't know where my wrist strap is, but I want to put one of those back on the camera so that when I'm on rides, it will be safely secured to my hand just in case I let it go. So that's the only thing I am missing at the moment. So that's it for my how to vlog at Disney Parks tips. Just remember, really all you really need is a camera. If you want to make your life a little bit easier, get yourself a nice camera bag which sits easily at the side of your bag, and make sure that to bring a lot of batteries and a lot of memory cards. That will make things go nice and smooth, and make sure you don't lose all your footage just in case there's a technical fault or something. So anyway, like I said, we're done for today, and I'll see you all for Vlogmas episode 19 tomorrow. Okay, thanks everyone, bye.